What people want from a vacuum cleaner depends on the environment they're working in. A commercial environment is very different to the home. For example, what people want from a vacuum cleaner depends on the environment they're working in. A commercial environment is very different to the home. For example, hotel room service staff do a lot of vacuuming day after day. They want a machine which just lets them get on with the long jobs and has minimal maintenance. Factors such as performance, environmental friendliness, emissions levels, and noise are much less important to them. Home users usually want quiet machines that deep clean thoroughly, don't spray fine dust everywhere, and don't have big running costs. It's a common myth that commercial grade cleaners like those used in hotels, or that sweep streets, achieve a better cleaning performance than the residential home user equivalents. This is usually argued on the grounds they're more powerful, or at least consume more power, but there's no evidence they clean any better. While there's a lot of variability between models, they're often noisier, heavier, and more polluting, and merely adequate performance is achieved by brute force. Current battery-powered technology is no good for commercial environments, given how much vacuuming is needed, and so they remain mains-powered. Staff don't want to be spending time emptying or rinsing filters or maintaining, so disposable bags and filters are used. The problem is, this is highly costly. Across a nation, the number of commercial vacuums is relatively small compared to the number of home cleaners, so this impact is relatively small. It's the negative impact and cost of such a wasteful, throwaway, disposable workflow that prevents that style of inefficient cleaner from being found in most homes. In this video, I wanted to expose the myth that just because brute force bagged cleaners are used in commercial environments, they're not automatically better performers or deep clean better than cleaners designed specifically for home environments. I went back to the office, as you've been watching, which is another type of commercial environment. Loads of people work in here, and so the high traffic causes the floors to get dirty more quickly than in a typical home. They vacuum daily using a typical commercial cleaner that's not unlike a Henry canister vac. Some commercial cleaners don't have a rotating brush bar, which simplifies the cleaner head, and so there's less to break and maintain. Such straight suction heads rarely perform as well as ones with a brush bar. Nevertheless, they're still expected to achieve the exact same goal, namely to clean the floor, and they are commercial grade after all. It's therefore perfectly reasonable to compare performance with a home cleaner. Now, I obviously can't see what's left behind with a commercial cleaner that does have a rotating brush bar, because these offices aren't cleaned with one. Straight suction head cleaners are good at getting obvious, larger, visible dirt off the floor, and for commercial environments, that's all that really counts, because no one really cares like inside a home. But let's see what's actually left behind when a high-end cordless vacuum, not designed for or suitable for a commercial environment, is used, in this case a V11. People that hate the Dyson brand often criticise their cordless cleaners by pointing out shortcomings if they were used in a commercial environment. Of course, Dyson cleaners are exclusively home products, not designed for commercial environments, just as a street sweeper isn't designed for the home. This faulty criticism also highlights a complete lack of understanding between the design goals of the two product classes. Nevertheless, one chestnut nonsense claim often made is that commercial cleaners clean better. Well, let's see what the evidence shows, shall we? I vacuumed several offices after they'd been cleaned prior to the weekend, just to see what was left behind, and you've been watching the video footage. I've not shown all the footage to avoid the video being too long, but this is what the V11 managed to extract. It was only operating in auto low mode too, because it's such a short pile carpet. Even though it's battery powered and uses only a tiny fraction of the power of the big commercial cleaner used to pre-clean these carpets, I still had to empty the bin twice. This is incredibly fine, gritty dirt. While this isn't a quantified test, that this much fine dirt was left behind shows just how poor the suction is on the commercial cleaner used for this office. This also thus shows that commercial cleaners aren't therefore automatically the vacuum cleaner performance kings. The Dyson's very strong suction allows higher airflow to be maintained through the pile, and at deeper levels once the head is sealed and the carpet otherwise severely restricts that airflow relative to at the open hose. It doesn't matter if a cleaner is a home product or commercial grade, the same physical cleaning principles and aerodynamics still operate. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know that achieving results as good as the V11 produce here isn't about raw motor power. In fact, very little power is needed to deep clean if the design is efficient and optimally utilises what little resources are actually needed. The secret is all down to how well the cleaner head uses its power to extract dirt. It's an engineering art form that Dyson, in particular, excel at. Not all commercial grade vacuums perform so badly as to leave flaws in this kind of squalor, and many poorer home grade cleaners are just as bad, such as the Henry, as I've shown twice on my channel. What's important to take away from this video is that it's simply false that commercial grade cleaners are automatically better performers than residential cleaners. These two cleaner classes target different usage behaviour. Commercial cleaners favour quick convenience as the main consideration, regardless of operational cost, and often sloppily brute force acceptable performance as a result. High cleaning performance on any cleaner type requires good engineering. There are far more residential cleaners out there by number, and the cost of sloppy brute forcing from using commercial grade cleaners or equivalent in the home simply wouldn't be acceptable to either the user or the environment. Efficiency is a bigger consideration. The highest grade of cleaning performance can be achieved with home cleaners, as you can see here, and it's simply not true that commercial cleaners are automatically better, even if they're more powerful. While a Dyson cordless wouldn't be suitable for heavy use in a hotel, it wasn't designed for that and therefore can't be criticised in that way, just as the road sweeper can't be criticised for not being able to deep clean your living room. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.